What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel too and want to hit that subscribe button, that would help me out immensely. It has been a very long 16 days since I last put out a video, so I thought I'd just give you guys a general update on what's been going on with myself, the Mark II, and also the Skyline. So within these past 16 days, it was my 29th birthday. Just want to say thank you everybody so much to wish me happy birthday via social media, or if you know me in person. It really means the world to me and I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you so very much. I cannot wait to see what year 29 has in store for me, and also the year 2023. Incredibly stoked on that. Also, Thanksgiving just recently passed. That was hectic, fun, work-wise, but I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your friends, family, pets, etc. I just ended my pay period today with 120 hours for the 2 weeks, so I've been incredibly exhausted, just been grinding this holiday season, working 10 to 14 hour days, 7 days a week for the past 2 weeks, and it just literally took a toll on me mentally and physically. But all the double time and overtime, I'm hoping makes up for it. But then again, with what I currently make now and with all the overtime, it just works. I know the government is gonna take a hefty tax out of my paycheck, and I'm just not really looking forward to it. So that's really what's been going on with my personal life. In terms of the build, we'll start with the Mark II. Mark II has been doing phenomenal. And I always emphasize this on every video because I know importing these 25, 30-year-old cars can be pretty skeptical, and you really don't know what you have because you don't know really the life it had in Japan. But the Mark II has been treating me very good, been running immaculately, no more leaks from anywhere. Still smells like oil because of the residual on the block. I'll have to deep clean that eventually, but Mark II is just such a flawless, awesome daily. I couldn't be any more grateful to have this car in my collection. On my birthday, November 16th, I did get the Mark II aligned. Pretty much it wasn't out of spec like crazy, but it was out of spec after I lowered the rear and the front. But in terms of the rear, we got it at -1 degree with some toe adjustment, and then with the front, we fixed all the caster, the thrust angle, and I think we're sitting at a lovely -2 degrees up front. Mark II drives amazing, especially with like this kind of wheel and tire setup, and the dampening I have on the coilovers wouldn't change it for the world, but I will be changing it very shortly here. I will tell you why. And then the next update we have for the Mark II, I finally full sent a Sony AXV or XAV AV5000. This is such a great double din, and wiring up was sort of a pain in the ass because if you saw the recent or the beginning videos of the Mark II build, I ripped out the stock navigation system and all the wiring bullshit that was just with the navigation system, and I ended up having to rewire a bunch of the radio harness, which was easy. But underneath the seat, there's the stock amp, and all the wires from the harness to the amp were cut, so I had to rewire all those. And I'm also utilizing the aftermarket amp that came with the Mark II. We'll go ahead and fire the unit up real quick. Like, really, it was such a pain in the ass getting all this wiring mess figured out, but man, was it worth it. So I mean, very high quality unit, double din, very snappy response. It has Bluetooth, it has Apple CarPlay, and it just sounds amazing. And shout out to the previous owner or owners of this Mark II for upgrading all the speaker doors and adding these tweeters as well. The sound quality is amazing. And I did purchase this Sony AV receiver from Crutchfield. I think it ran me a good $430, but definitely worth it. So essentially the Mark II is exactly where I wanted. It drives great. We have a working radio. Fuel is decent, and I'm just really happy with all the work that I put into it. But unfortunately, but fortunately, I messed up. I caved in when I told myself, just get the Mark II daily bowl running great before I buy any more parts. But a couple days ago, it was Black Friday. All these sites I was looking into were having Black Friday specials, sales, and I couldn't resist. I couldn't pass up the sales that a lot of these sites were having, and I went and spent another $2,500 on the Mark II, suspension-wise. So I pretty much ordered 80% of what I need suspension-wise for the Mark II. I hit up Serial 9, very high quality brand from, I think, British Columbia. A lot of people run their products on their Jzx's, and all the videos I watched and reviewed, their products are great. I pretty much bought their adjustable camber arm, traction arm, tow arm, their solid diff bushings, solid subframe bushings. So the rear is pretty much done suspension-wise once everything comes in. I then purchased for the front suspension their 8K49 angle kit with their 25mm extended lower control arms, so I can get crazy amounts of camber from the front suspension. I didn't order their upper adjustable arms because they were on back order, and I really didn't want to wait. So 2,500 bucks, put in the Mark II when I told myself I was going to save it, and put it into the Skyline here because I wanted to get this car running as soon as possible. But all I need to buy now for the Mark II to get the suspension dialed is the front upper control arms and some custom coilovers. Don't know what brand I'm going to go with. Honestly, I'll probably just hit up BC Racing again because I love their product, and their coilovers on my Prelude were top notch. So I'm probably not going to be installing the arms when I get them right away because I don't want to have to do an alignment 2 more times. I'm probably going to wait till I have the coilovers at least, and then do everything in one install, do a nice fresh alignment, and call it a day. And then I'm done. I promise, until we get the Skyline's motor rebuilt. I'll go ahead and order the Vertex or BN Sports kit I want for the Mark II, and we'll begin the respray and start finding some new to me wheels that we can rebuild. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards VSKFs again because I love how these look on the Skyline, and I definitely love how they look on the Mark II. In terms of updates for my R32 Skyline, I unfortunately do not have any. I've been incredibly busy with work to be able to drop off the RB25 crankshaft and RB25 block that I bought from Javier. But to those of you who are new to the channel, this is my 1990 R32 Nissan Skyline GTST Type M sedan. This was my first dream car and my first overdose build. I literally touched every nut and bolt on this car. Literally everything I changed out. Resprayed the car with quality paint, did all the body work, kitted the car with all authentic parts, BN, D-Max. Got real Ganadors that I paid way too much for. If you know, you know. Authentic bride seats, Brit seats. We got all the AEM gauges inside. Got a couple sponsors for the Skyline. I reamped all the suspension parts with everything GK Tech. Upgraded the brakes. We got the VSKF wheels built. Reinforced the subframe, sway bars, all that fun stuff. Like literally we touched everything, like upgraded the fueling system, the cooling system, upgraded the turbo to a Gary GTX 3071R. This car is making 340 wheel on 91. We got the Haltech standalone. But unfortunately, we blew the exhaust camshaft, and that pretty much destroyed the head. So I was in the mix of either rebuilding my RB20 head or building the RB25 Series 2 I have in my room. But I do want to get this Skyline back and running as soon as possible. I cannot emphasize this enough. I miss this car. People are asking if I still have it. Yes, I still have it. It's just been sitting in the garage collecting dust, but 2023 is going to be the comeback year for the Skyline. And here is my lovely RB25 Series 2 I got from my buddy Javier. The head is fully built. We got each adjustable cam gears, Tomei, Japan cam gears, Super Tech valve springs and retainers, and some other goodies. The block itself is bare, and we have a ton of Nismo N1 goodies as well. Before this motor blew, it made 700 horsepower with just a built head and a stock block. Here is the crankshaft that came with the RB25 Series 2. It has been lightened and rebalanced. I just need to make sure that this guy here is good, because I'd rather not buy a new crankshaft because that's going to cost me an arm and a leg. And then I need to make sure that the block itself is good. From my eyes, everything looks good. The cylinder walls, I know you really can't see, the cylinder walls are good. There's no scoring, and also on this RB25 is all ARP goodies. Really happy about that. And my plan for this, if everything checks out, is to of course get the R34 GTD transmission and convert the pull type to a push type. Just build the block with either stock internals or go like Wiseco pistons and or BC rods, whatever may work. I want to do the minimal possible to get this thing running, but the most efficient, go gritty front mount plenum. The turbo I have now on the RB20 will spool a lot more efficiently on the 25 R35 coil packs, and that's pretty much it, providing the block and the crankshaft are good. So within the next maybe 2 or so weeks, I'll give it to a machine shop, see what they think, and then once tax season rolls by or I knock out a couple jobs from some clients, I'll start the rebuild. So again, that is all I have for you guys in this video. My apologies if it wasn't too interesting, but I thought I'd just give you guys a general update on what's going on and the future plans that are still in motion. I can't emphasize this enough. I just want to get the Skyline back running as soon as possible, and I want to make my vision for the Mark II a reality as soon as possible as well. We have 1 more month of 2022, and for the third time, I cannot emphasize enough how crazy this year has been. It's been such a game changer, such a huge learning experience. Going to the beginning of the year is it's just nuts, but incredibly grateful for all of the opportunities presented towards me, and I'm ready to go into 2023, balls to the wall, full force, no looking back. So I will update you guys once we get the parts for the Mark II, and once I send the crank and block to a machine shop to see if it's good or not. From there, we'll just start building everything and all that good stuff. I think I need to get some rest. I haven't been sleeping that much because again, I've just been working like crazy. So my apologies if I'm a little bit spontaneous. But thank you everybody again for your continuous love and support. And if you're new to the channel too and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch you next video. Take care.